Got a Kizer in one of these big cream color boxes, so we kind of know a couple of things by that. It's old school and it's probably nice. This is a Kizer Dorado Mac Cucchiara. It's in an M390 blade, titanium handle. Come on. It's already exciting, right? Come on. M390. Really? Yeah, it's in the fancy box. And it should have the camo case, which is pretty cool. Doesn't feel like a big knife. There you go. Oh, okay. It's got the little skullduggery going on. Look at this dude. Come on, man. Let's get rid of all this. The Dorado. So, I have a few of these skull knives now. Like, it's a mission. If I see one and it's a model I don't have, there it is, the Dorado. I got to go after it. Let's get the blade out. Nice little recurve, drop point. And sure enough, it's in M390. I mean, that's a departure, man. All the others are in S35VN. Solid titanium slabs. There's not going to be any skeletonizing in here. None of that going on. Nice little Skully. Yep. Got it on the secondary market, but it appears to be uncarried. It's got the factory edge for sure. I don't see any cut marks. The clip is anodized. Now, is that after the fact or part of the new? I'll try to research that by the end of the video and find out. The action runs pretty good. This lock bar feels a little tight. I mean, I think I'm just being kind of a baby because it's not bad at all. Very intuitive. Might be able to almost, but this caught my finger. Yeah. Well, let's get in it. Let's clean it up and get it right. We'll wipe it all down. Now this is backwards from where I'd like it to be, but if I can switch it, I will. My guess is it's captured in this scale, and it is. So the only way that's going to go is pressing down onto the lock, which, I'm not a fan of it, but it's all doable for sure. T8 hardware across the board. That's kind of nice. There we go. Oh, look. It's got a cutout for the stop pin to run through the blade. That's pretty nice. Nifty. Nifty, nifty. It's greasy in here. I don't really see any oil. I think it was greased. So should be able to clean that action up a little bit. I took a reference here. I mean, see where it's at now? It was maybe locking up right there. So, I mean, could I really try to slightly change that? I could, but I think I'll leave it be. I mean, I didn't hate the action. Wasn't enough going on there for that I have to change it, so I think I'll just leave it be. It was pretty snappy, and I think once I clean it up a little bit, I doubt I'll be able to fail the knife. Yeah, all this is shining up really nice. Just needed to be wiped. I don't really see any marring on here. It's got a nice satin belt finish on it. Little Skully. I'm always surprised when I see a new model with these because, I don't really go back and research the old Kizers and figure out which ones I want. I just kind of watch for them. I look for them different places and, just kind of keep my eyes open. And when they pop up, I go, oh, I didn't know there was one of those. Kind of catches me by surprise. But I do enjoy collecting these old Kizers. It's a little different than collecting my two sons or Wii's or civivis or whatever else I'm hoarding. Something about these old schools. It's like I don't know. It's like I'm antique hunting. You know. I mean, what's the qualification for an antique? 20 years old? Is that it? So these would have had to have been manufactured. I mean, think about it. Golly, I'm old. To be an antique, it's only got to be 2004 manufactured. I mean, 2004, I was an old man. Yeah, I guess that kind of spells it out what I am now. Oof. All right. There we go. That was pretty simple. But we got to put it back together kind of opposite of what I would like to do. So I'm going to have to put this in, get it lined up. Where are we locked up? On the top. Okay, that's kind of odd. You don't see that a lot. But that's where that goes, right there. Get a washer. And let's put the pin in the bottom. That way I'm pressing everything down on top to reassemble. Try to make it as easy as I can on myself. I'm going to put just a dab on that detent ball too. Matter of fact, if I can get it on this track on this side, I'm going to do it. I can. Right there. I love this stop pin, the way that they've milled that and managed that. It's pretty cool. You don't see it a lot. Nowadays, Vosteed's doing a version of that. You don't see it a lot. Probably because it's a process to mill that blade like that. Now we're straight down on top. I just got to get my pivot lined up. It's back here. Well, let me see if I can't catch it with this now and turn it. Nope. I have to try to turn it by hand. There it goes. Let's try to get on it right there. I'm whispering like it's going to catch me or something. All right, here we go. I think I got it. mean, boy, it sure looks like it. Let's put a screw in it. I missed it. Yep, we are out of alignment. Oh, it's so close though. It's like right there. There it went. Oh, come on, man. You got to be patient with a deal like that. I wonder if I can pale it. Let me try. Yeah. It does not feel wonderful. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. And the blade is just slightly off-centered. I think I'm going to try to straighten that blade out. Let me use this right here. Loosen that up. Loosen this up. Push that blade over to the side that we're short on, and then I'm going to tighten things up. Let's pull that out of there. And yeah, that blade went right back to where it was. All right, I'm going to try something else. Okay, well, I forgot to turn the camera on. Well, so we're pretty much squared away. So here's what I did. I took it apart and I took all of the hardware, the washer and the bearing from this side, and I moved it to the other side, and then I did the paper again. I put that paper in there, wedged that blade over, really tightened this hard, and then I really tightened this hard, pulled the paper out, and then I was able to loosen this to where it's running wonderfully. Okay. Well, there we go. So let's talk about this action. Be nice to wipe all these fingerprints off working on the knife. The knife actually has really good action. It's just super hydraulic. Takes a few shakes to get down, but on a knife like this, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't need to be drop shut like a guillotine. I just like it to be smooth, represent, a finer piece, and this does that. It's got a great flipper tab. It's got a couple of little jimps on it. It's not sharp or anything, but it functions really well. We're at about 45% lockup, so it locks up really nice. Access to the lock bar, this is lowered, nice scallop here, and so it's very intuitive. Not a lot of pressure on that lock bar. This thing runs really well. I'm going to say, B plus, A minus, somewhere in there, somewhere in between there, right at the border. Let's talk about ergonomics. So great flipper tab, finger guard, locks me in there. My hand, I can just get 4 fingers on it, and I feel pretty locked in, and it's probably because it gets wider here at the back. And so, when they get narrow, it makes you feel like you're sliding off. This one feels pretty locked in. No jimping on the spine, but nice little platform. And it does say Kuchiara. Gets his little moniker there. Pretty cool. Yeah, wonderful, nice little ergonomics. Excellent reverse grip. Man, is that comfortable. And then not so much that. Yeah, but this is really nice. Not so confident, very confident. It's a confident grip. I am locked in there, and I think I could come forward with this little dude. Wouldn't hurt my feelings if this was like my backup piece in my pocket in case I had to defend myself. Wouldn't hurt my feelings. Yeah, let's check the pocket clip. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't go out and buy this knife for that purpose, but if I happen to be carrying it and I needed it, yeah, okay. Thick stuff ran all the way in. Wonderful. Nice tension on the thick stuff. I think we're going to be a little light on standard jean size material, and we are, which means we'll be a little light back here in my pocket where I carry in a back pocket. If I ran with this knife, I think I'd run the risk of it flying out of the pocket. Definitely the front pocket. Yeah, just come right up out of there. Let me see if I can't put a little tension on that. I'm also going to find out, is this stock? Is this factory? It could be because of the anodizing going on here. Maybe they did that, but I wonder if that's not somebody did that. But I'm gonna manage this. I'm gonna put a little bend in that, which will put some tension on this, which should resolve it because it's holding pretty good. But then I'm also gonna research that pocket clip. I'll be right back. Okay. So I did the pocket clip and put just a little bit of tension on it, and it's a dryer clip now. Yeah, wonderful. I love the way that sits in the pocket, and on standard jean size material, it's going to hold on. Yeah, and I did find out that's stock. And so what these are is they're customed from Matt Cucciari's custom. You know, I like Kizer does the custom work, but it's his custom design that goes on these. But they come with this anodized pocket clip like this. And man, there's a lot of different versions, kind of, I think. Also, like there's some that are just blue and, you know, just different things. And then a lot of customizers have snatched these up and done additional work to them, anodizing and other things. Yeah. Um, let's wrap up the review. I wonder if I can contact the blade. Nope. What about the tip? Nope, it's recessed in there. So now the pocket clip is wonderful. The tip's good, and I am confident that I can handle this knife any way I want. As long as the blade is closed, I'm not exposed to any sharp parts. You know, let's see if that blade is in fact sharp. Nice recurved blade on there, factory edge. Yeah, ridiculously sharp. That is the factory sharpening right there. It's good stuff. Um, Price and availability. So new, the non-anodized version was going for 185 bucks or so. Not anodized, but the Skully. And so these Scullys are, I'm pretty sure when they were hitting the streets, they were around $200. You don't see a lot of these, and if you do, there's a good chance you're going to pay for it. But I would say expect to be 150 to maybe two and a quarter, depending on who's selling it. If they start getting over that, 225, 250 range, I mean, they may sell it. A collector may just, find it and go, man, I got to have it. Um, but it starts to get a little steep for me for some of these olders when they're 250 plus. Honestly, when they start to breach over that $200 mark, I'm not even sure that at that point I show any more interest. They're pricing me out of the market for a knife that it's not a user. It's a looker. You know what I mean? So, anyways, Dorado, Cucciara Custom, and these are in M390, which is I think why too. Normally you would find some of these customs in the 125 to 149 ish range, but the M390 I think kicks this one up around 200 bucks. Yep. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you watching. It's a pretty cool piece, and it's definitely my second Scully, but it might be my third. Yep. Appreciate y'all.